challenge of the 2022 organization challenge. So the first thing you're going to do is take pictures. My area is a mess. And let's get started on the first challenge. So get a box and remove everything from your desk that you use. And I mean, whether you have a desk that you have committed to as your craft space, or maybe you have an entire room, or maybe you've taken over the dining room table, wherever you craft, completely clear off the entire surface of your workspace, dumping everything into a big box. I'm actually going to need 2 boxes. It's very sad. Now, don't take too much time to sort of look at what you're doing. Just get it into the box and off your desk. You might even find things that you thought were long gone, missing in action. That happened to me. Here comes the second box. And I'm already starting to think, there's a better place for me to store these tools. There's a better way to be storing these drawers full of fussy cuts. Thought this would be a lot faster. Oh, and I just have to leave this part in. I've actually got my camera plugged into my laptop so that my battery doesn't run down. And being the clumsy oof that I am. Okay, now we're going to give everything a scrub. So now that you're completely cleared off, get a damp cloth, get some cleaning product, and there, I found a pin, and start to clean. You're going to remove every speck of paint, adhesive, spilled tea, specks of chocolate. I know there's probably some of those on my desk. And once I get cleaning, you'll see that I actually have a razor blade that I'm using to scrape up some of the glue, especially that 3-in-1 stuff, because it won't wipe off with a wet cloth. It needs to be scraped. And I've made the grave error of trying to clean the 3-in-1 glue using acetone, and guess what? It takes the paint off the cutting mat. See, it's useless. There's ways to restore a cutting mat. I think you can probably Google it. If your cutting mat is really, dried out and, maybe not in great shape, they're very expensive to replace. I have no intentions of replacing mine, even though it's stained. It's got some permanent marks that aren't, self-healing. Now we're going to talk about the idea that you need space to craft. So the S stands for sort. So going object by object that's in the boxes, put them into categories that make sense to you. You might want to have some boxes or baskets laid out and identify them as sell, donate, trash, storage, for stuff you want to keep but doesn't belong on or in your desk work surface. Not in here for items that have snuck their way into your craft space but belong elsewhere in the house. And action. For items that you want to keep in or on your craft desk, set up these boxes or baskets or wherever near the door of your craft room, or even better, outside your craft room. Now look seriously at all your stuff and decide if you really need each item. If your answer is yes, you need to ask yourself if it belongs in your craft room. If you answer no to either question, you need to purge it. So purging everything that is in the trash pile, all the ripped up, broken, dried up, crumpled stuff, throw it in the garbage. If you intend to sell some of your items, bag it up, assign a price, and put it in your sale box. If you intend to donate it, call the person that you want to donate it to and immediately set up a time to drop off, bag it up, and hang it on the doorknob so it doesn't sneak back into your studio area. Or put it in your car if you're going to be donating it to the thrift store. Assign. You have a couple of options here for your storage pile. Put the stuff aside to be organized when we work on other areas, or, and I strongly suggest this alternative, put the items away where they belong using your current organization system. Containerize. Sort all of your action items into the appropriate drawer, container, and boxes. Containerizing gives you a chance to make everything pretty and inspirational to you. You may need to make a shopping trip to purchase containers that you love to look at, are sturdy enough to withstand repeated openings and closings, and are the right size. Make a list and take measurements. Label everything. By equalize, I mean each time you finish a crafting session or return from a retreat or bring home new supplies, spend a few minutes putting everything away where it belongs. By the time you are done this challenge, you will have a space for everything, so put everything in its place.
Okay, so the desk area has been scrubbed. Everything that is on this desk has been touched. And what have I learned? Well, let me just move some of this stuff. I'm trying my tools on the other side, on my left-hand side, to see if I can keep things neater. So I have this paper organizer here on the side. I don't know that I need it anymore. I'm thinking I could probably switch to flat, like lateral files rather than having the vertical files, and pop that underneath my shelf here. This is a shoe rack, I think. I don't know where I got it from, but I had two of them, and I've got one over there on my bookcase, and this one I've got my little drawers and things on. It works fine. So I might put on my list that I need to look for lateral files at the thrift store. I'm not going to go out and buy anything new right now. So I had a lot of book pages and books shoved in here, and what I decided was all I really need is file folders, because I do use those a lot, and I need scrap paper to ink and glue on. So that's what this and this is. I have my mouse pad that I use for poking into. I have my glass frame that I use for X-Acto knife work. And these are pre-collaged sheet. Oh, you can't see them. I have pre-collaged sheets that I can cut up to use for tags and things like that. So I think I can switch to a lateral rather than vertical. Maybe. What else did I note? Oh, some of the stuff that I had in that file, I need to refile. So I had a lot of vintage letterhead and receipts and things like that. So I need to get some more page protectors and file them away in my binders. I forgot I even had those, so they were never going to get used. Ugh. Okay. What else do I want to do? Oh, my little drawers, I want to label those. So I have to find the cord for my label maker. So my work's not done yet, and the week's not over, and I will continue to sort of perfect what's going on here. And I still need to sort this stuff. So sort of like the way I do it on Tuesdays. Am I going to use it, or is it going to be trash? So over the next week, I will be working on, is this trash or treasure, and finishing up some things. And yeah, so that's my plan with that. So good luck with your challenge. Don't get excited and get ahead of yourself. Take it one step at a time. Give yourself a reward for a job well done. So maybe you want to go brew yourself a cup of tea and have a little crafting session. Remember at the end of your crafting session to put your tools and supplies back where they have a home. That's how we keep on top of we keep on top of the clutter. I know it's difficult, and mostly it's do as I say, not as I do. So thanks so much for joining me. Come back and post a comment after you've done the challenge. Let me know how you made out. What surprised you? What did you find that you had lost? I imagine some of that goes on. Was there anything that on your desk that you thought, why am I storing it in arm's length? This is something I never use. Whatever. Did you donate some stuff? Did you sell some stuff? I'm interested. And by leaving a comment, that gives you an entry into the prize. I haven't determined what that prize is going to be yet, but it's going to be great. Okay, thanks so much for joining me. We'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.